Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of the Bird Talk Show. Man, have I been busy all day? Can't wait to tell you about it. I've also got some feelers out there for some guests on the show coming up. So I hope you'll be around for all of that. I'm so glad that you're here. Got a couple of people over here in chat. Let me say hello to Punchy Paints. Give the number one award out to Pam. Showing up first. She's got some work going on over there, shipping her art today, it sounds like. Pam, always glad to have you. Sky Dancer is here. Good afternoon to you and welcome. Sorry if that made a pop. Yep, okay. Having a great day so far. That's good. I hope that keeps going for everyone. Oh my goodness. Has anyone heard from our friend Danikin Aquatics? I would like to get Danikin Aquatics attention. If anybody has contact with Kenny, tell him to check his Danikin Aquatics Facebook messages. I may have sent one his way, if you know what I mean. There we go. Whoo! Well, a bit scattered. I've been busy in the fish room. What was once to be the fish studio here at the Bird Garden YouTube channel. Never fully developed. I did lots of concept aquariums, filmed lots of content over there, some stuff I was really proud of. Some of you remember the goldfish tank. Was that a 55-gallon or a 70? May have been a 70. I think it was a 70-gallon with a Japanese screen behind it and some bowls, some very large noodle bowls with large plants that the goldfish left alone for the longest time. Maybe a nibble here, nibble there. Had some LED underwater lighting and bubbles, and did a great light show. There's a nice video over there on the Pond Life YouTube channel. But because I'm doing so much outdoor stuff now with the birds, and I'm still doing some art, I'm probably migrating, if you will, to merging those two, the art and the outdoors. So you remember Polly, the bird painting that we did that became a card and a T-shirt. So far, I love doing that stuff. I'm going to give you a peek inside my artist sketchbook here. Don't scold me, Pam. I know I'm not supposed to do that, but you remember Polly. Polly was a pretty bird we met over there in Honolulu at Kapiolani Park. There's a video, Honolulu Birding Trail. Check that out. I just enjoyed that so much. That's where we're headed. So I'm cleaning out the former fish studio, and it's going to become an art studio. Uh, some of you guys really wanted me to take you along on the journey of the development of the fish studio. I was never okay with that. I understand that's interesting. It's interesting to follow along. It's good content, and if it works out to be convenient, absolutely, absolutely. I'm not trying to be private. I'm just trying to accomplish that goal in the most efficient way possible. Make the highest and best use of the effort and energy to get started, merging the outdoor activities and the art, which means painting, right? Not filming or sharing or talking, but the doing, and all of that's fine. It's fine. It's great. It's great. Again, I recognize it as wonderful content. As it's convenient, that's exactly what we'll do. In the meantime, we'll do little catch-up chats like this, and then we'll get some stuff coming out of that studio that will be so cool. We got New Local Austin commenting over here in the chat. Let's see what New Local Austin is up to. I was talking about you and your channel with my best friends this weekend because the conversation turned to birds, as it always does. Am I right? It's all about the birds. I like your content and art. Thank you for being you. Well, thank you, New Local Austin, for saying so. You know, that means so much to a creator. I really appreciate that. And I'm going to keep being me, you know, that's what I have to work with. So that's what I'm going to keep bringing. And Lefty is in the house. He says, "Yay, art studio!" Yeah. So Lefty, you're one of my most prolific collectors. So Yeah, I don't know if you have room for any more of my art or not, but I'm about to start making a lot more. It will be different sizes. We have a great time around here auctioning the thumbnails. Here's a larger one. 5x7 is a larger one. This one is amphibious. As a matter of fact, we'll auction this today. If anybody wants to start the bid at $10, we'll start explaining how the auction works for amphibious. It's got a light coat of varnish, sparsely varnished. I call that sparnished. This is the type of art, this freehand art that becomes mobiles. My kinetic art. If you've been following long enough, you remember seeing some of the mobiles. So this is a concept thumbnail for a mobile, but also a standalone piece of art that's heavy on the primaries, bright, happy. I love it. I love walking by that thing. So put a $ and the number 10 if you want to start the auction on amphibious. Otherwise, we got some ground to cover here. I started another journal notebook. You guys bullet journal? You do that? I use the bullet point journal. I don't know if you can see that. It's very faint. Oh man, you can just write all kinds of things in here. The pages are not very heavy, so if you're going to do sketching, I recommend you stick to a pencil. I tried to do a little bit of acrylic paint there, and the pages just kind of rebelled, so I won't be doing much of that anymore. Definitely not any watercolor, although if you're keeping journals, I recommend this little handy pocket watercolor kit and a folding brush that is also a water well. So it's hollow. You put some water in it, and you don't have to worry about hauling around water in your pocket, getting the paints all muddy. So you just keep water in your brush. And then you've got several little palettes divided here for your mixing. Pretty cool. Don't do it in your. This is like it's like a moleskine. It's not a moleskine because I have a moleskine that I'm just finishing up here. And I love this thing. It's been a big part of my life for a couple of years. But it's not super special. So when I found one a third the price, I'm trying it. So this is paperage. Paperage. I'm giving the paperage a try. Can you see that name brand there by my index finger? And my friends at Ohana Ukulele sent me that sticker. So glad to have that. They follow my Instagram post on my ukulele stuffs. That's kind of cool. Put my paints away. And that's everything that we weren't going to talk about. Lefty's in at $10. Lefty, you know the deal. You've bought more than anybody, $10. I'll cover the shipping. And now, just because I'm a nice guy and I don't want to get in trouble with PayPal, that's how we settle up. I'll cover the PayPal fee too. Check out at PayPal with goods and services. There'll be a little fee. I'll cover it. So $10, not life-changing, but I'm sharing my hobby. I'm getting rid of this painting, making room for another one. And when I open the studio, that space could be precious. So thank you for bidding on amphibious. At $15, we're going to throw in a free easel to display your new work of art on. So you can't beat it as far as value goes. If you like it, if you're into that kind of thing. Got a $10 bid. We'll sell it to the highest bidder whenever I decide. Lefty 321 3A, he knows all about it. He's been through this probably 90 times. Skipper's Aquarium shows up out of nowhere. He didn't know it was an auction because it's a pop-up auction. You show up, you get the awards and the rewards, right? Look out. Lookout's trying to bid, but it's only because Skipper's here. I said Skipper, and she's happy to see Skipper. Yep, it's the real Skipper. It is. Okay. All right, and she may need to go visit the out of doors herself. She may be doing some painting out there. I don't know. Let me see. Oh, I've got a new thumbnail for the 24/7 live stream. I hope you guys like that. Let's check in on that. $20, Skipper. Thank you so much. That's a good looking piece of art for $20, 5x7. Lefty, you got enough, said Skipper. Lefty said, no, I don't. $21, Skipper. $21, Skipper. You don't have enough money to outbid me. I'm going to do this. We're going to check in on the 24/7 live feeding station here at the Bird Garden channel, and I'll tell you, Had a bad storm yesterday, man. I had feeders blowing all over the place. Had to reassemble this morning. Let's see what we got going. There we go. Yeah, I got her back in order. I got her back in order. It's that time of day when there's not a lot of birds going on out there. I'll give you the full screen. Now I'm going to ask you to watch that while I go let Lookout out, just in case she was really serious. What did I miss? Yeah, that was not a false alarm, by the way. Thank you. Pardon me. I apologize, but that was necessary. We're at $22. Skipper's Aquarium. Lefty said, over 70 pieces of rack art. I'll catch the next one. Okay. Wow. Wow, Skipper. Man, oh man, I can't believe Lefty has bowed out at $22. That's a very nice painting. $22. 5x7. I like to retail. Oh, this is not retail. This is an auction. You get what you get. But retail, I like to retail at $2 a square inch. That's a minimum livable wage for an artist. So 5x7, that's 35. So 70. Retail on that would start at 70. So you're doing pretty good, friend. And let me see. How many do we still? It's 8 people watching. We're 20 minutes in. Okay, I want to do something here. By the way, Lookout usually relieves herself on camera. She loves getting on camera. I knew when I let you guys watch the 24/7 live stream, when I said, oh, No, they're not gonna see birds. They're gonna they're gonna see lookout. But she went on the other side of the yard, thankfully. That rarely happens, and I'm glad that it did today. And I also apologize. Since Lucky and I were out there fooling around, there were no birds. They probably came in as soon as we left and went back on the air here. We'll check back later. We'll see. I want to go to Facebook right now, see if Skipper and I are friends. I joined a new Facebook group today, Reptales, Reptales. Check it out if you're into reptiles, Reptales. Oh, Skipper, Skipper, Skipper. Let me see. Let me see. Are we friends, Skipper? Is that what we are? Are you Skipper's Aquariums on Facebook? There's a Skipper's Aquariums. Yeah, there he is. Okay. Well, let's see here. Thank you guys for being so patient with me today. I really appreciate that. Try to bring you quality content. What if I do that? Okay, there we go. All right, we got a live bidder on the stream today, bidding on a piece of art, amphibious. We're going to transform the fish studio into an art studio. There's a piece we got on auction today. Skipper Tom is winning the auction at $22. It's great. Yeah, Skipper's gonna let you have that one, Lefty. Skipper's a good guy. He'll let you have that one. Just bid one more time. Skipper, he won't bid against you. He's not that kind of guy. Just the thing to do, Lefty, is to bid high enough to scare him off. So, find out what he's made of. Just get right. Just get right to the point of the thing. I won a ukulele just a couple weeks ago on auction at eBay. It was so exciting. I love bidding. And apparently there were several people that love bidding on that ukulele. All right, Skipper, did you check your oh, I got a message coming in here. Let's see what you had to say, buddy. All right. All right. We got Skipper is coming up in a minute. So let me play you a song. This is the new ukulele straps that I'm making. I call them "Don't Have a Cow" straps. Don't have a cow, man. The ukulele is about being relaxed, being chill. It's not leather, synthetic nylon. Don't have a cow. All right, here's the music we play in between bids. Lefty wants to know if you've been getting a lot of woodpeckers this summer. We've been getting like 2 or 3 a day, most we've ever had. Yeah, we keep woodpeckers. That's our specialty. The red-headed woodpecker is our icon. There's 2 different pairs that are frequenting every day. I haven't seen the juveniles yet. We did in the spring. We saw 7 different individuals, 4 adults on the feeder at one time. Probably the 2 pairs we have coming now in singles and doubles, and the offspring from last year still molting. So that's what we've got going on. 7 of those guys in the area. We've got at least a pair of red-bellied woodpeckers. We've got the red-headed woodpecker, that's our icon, and then we've got the red-bellied. I've seen 1 juvenile at a time. Maybe there's more, but I've only seen 1 at a time. We've got a hairy woodpecker, downy woodpecker, and in the yard I've seen the northern flicker, but they usually eat worms out of the grass and bugs. I haven't seen them on the bird feeding station. So, and also in the back, and I've got videos of all these birds if you want to go through my inventory of videos. The woodpeckers are prolific in all the videos. Also, I've seen the pileated woodpecker back there. And though I've never seen an ivory-billed woodpecker, I've spoken to those who have, and we have a very interesting live stream with Matt Cortman of Mission Ivory-Bill. Excellent, excellent live stream. And that was followed by Dr. Haney as a guest, who wrote the book Woody's Last Laugh. So 2 interesting live streams concerning the ivory-bill woodpecker. If you like that woodpecker stuff, there you go. But here's our lullaby to relax everybody between bids. Let me see. You guys let me know if you can hear this. This thing. Is this thing on? Click, click, click. Nope. Is everybody asleep now that we've had our little lullaby? What happened to my chat? Everybody went to sleep. Okay, well, I'll have to wake you up with some blues. Anybody want to hear some blues music on the ukulele? Let's do it. 2, 3, 4. Elvis Presley would be proud of that. He was a blues man. Yeah, you ain't nothing but a hound dog. Hope I don't get demonetized. Wait, I can't because I'm not monetized. We've got 2,600 hours in the last 12 months of a needed 4,000 hours. Well over 1,000 subscribers. Thank you very much. We've got some bird travel scheduled, but some of you bird watchers saw the thumbnail. Private property, no trespassing. Don't look over here. You know, that wasn't about private human property and real estate. That was about upsetting the birds, especially during the mating season when the birds are on territory. You, as a bird watcher, as a friend to birds, as someone who appreciates birds even if they're in the background, you don't want to be intruding on their territory during the nesting season and maybe causing a nest to fail or drawing attention of a predator to a nest. These little nuances you don't think about when you're just out there just taking in the nature, unless someone more experienced has mentioned it. So I wanted to be responsible and mention it here on the Bird Garden channel, right here on the Bird Talk Show. Be very careful about bird watching during the nesting season. Stay on the main trails. If you find a nest, don't linger. The birds know you're there. If you see the bird nest, an active nest, the birds will know you're there. So don't disturb them. If you need to get a photograph or some documentation, do it at a more of a distance than you think would be okay. Give the birds a wide berth and don't camp on them. It's not a good form to intrude on birds during the nesting season. Not good to use the pishing and squeaking to attract the birds or upset the birds or cause the birds to think that there's something that needs to be defended against in their territory. They're using that energy. It's a very sensitive time. They're using that energy for very important things. So that's the note on that. That's the basically becomes now a disclaimer against clickbait. Oh no, I didn't. We talked about it. If you watched at the 29-minute mark, you heard all about that. Don't look here. We do have an auction going on. We got Amphibious on the auction block. We got a $22 bid now by Tom. He's going to come up and talk to us about it. Jake Paul's lefty, 3213A, lefty, dropped his left, and Tom said, $22, pal. See you later. Skydancer was listening to Elvis yesterday, as you should. That was a good day. If you're listening to Elvis yesterday, that's a good day. We talk a lot about the birding trails. I love the birding trail. One's in Tennessee, one's in Hawaii, even though they're the same initials. Who knew? We designed the Kauai birding trail while we were over there in Hawaii. Awesome, awesome kind of deal. Birding trails are so good in so many ways because they benefit everybody. They benefit the bird watcher, the non-bird watcher, the user, the non-user. We do that by generating the birding trail facilitates bird watching, which generates $17 billion worth of taxes every year. Taxes go to buy infrastructure, safety, education for everyone. So it's healthy. It's an outdoor sport, directly counters heart disease, obesity, diabetes. So it's a good, healthy outdoor activity. Can be done by nearly anyone, nearly anywhere for nearly nothing. So when you have a birding trail that says, hey, you can go here, you can expect to see this, something that's very organized, it's fantastic. So even if you don't become a user of the birding trail, make sure you get your head wrapped around it so you can support birding trails. Now, if you want to support the Bird Garden channel, you can go to the Kauai Birding Trail Facebook group and learn all about the Kauai Birding Trail. It's free. I mean, it's a couple of clicks. That's what I'm asking for every time I do one of these live streams is clicks. Maybe some change. Buy me a coffee. Buy one of these auction pieces here. This one's for $22. If you want it, bid more than 22. Use the dollar sign and then a number bigger than 22. That'll include shipping. I pay the shipping and I throw in a free easel for you to display your work of art on. Pretty cool. Lots of fun. Go over there to the Kauai Birding Trail Facebook group. Request to join. I'll let you in there. I just keep a little gate there so everyone knows, yeah, I'm watching this. No shenanigans. We're just here to have fun. Learn all about the Kauai Birding Trail, whether you're going to Kauai, have been to Kauai, or never want to go to Kauai. Check out this birding trail. That's an albatross on the logo there. That's why I went to Kauai. I needed to see an albatross. All my life, never seen an albatross. Now I've seen a bunch. Cool. Way to go, Kauai. So we designed that birding trail all over Kauai. You'll see the map and all the locations and many of the birds. And we're rolling out content here on the Bird Garden channel. We've got the Kauai content rolling, zooming out. We've got the HAWAIIAN National Wildlife Refuge lookout video is out there. I think you're going to enjoy that one. It's very special, not only because of you go to watch the video. And this is spoiler alert, but I'm not going to give you the spoiler. You'll learn about taro. That's a very important food crop in Hawaii. I never heard of it before I went there. Very important. Now it's being grown to help the birds. I love it. It's all about the birds. There's a geocache there. I can show you more about that. By the way, when you go to Kauai Birding Trail Facebook group, ask about these notes in paradise. These notes in paradise notebook. That's what I use. I have them laying everywhere. That's what I used to write the ebook, Hawaiian Adventure. These are the notes I wrote before, during, and after, and netted myself a nice ebook. You can check out the ebook. There'll be a link. When this uploads as content, there'll be a link. In the previous videos, the one I'm describing now in Kauai, the link is already there for the Hawaiian Adventure. It's about how to get there and the neat things you'll find when you do go there, the vocabulary, the food, the places, so forth. It's an interesting book. I hope you check that out and enjoy it. But ask about, in the Kauai Birding Trail, ask about the notes in paradise. I'll tell you how you can get a hold of one of those. And back at the HAWAIIAN National Wildlife Refuge overlook, there was a geocache. This is the coolest story. I hope everyone's listening. This is so cool. I was geocaching, so I was geocaching all over Hawaii, first of all, right? I'm finding the geocaches, right? See my binoculars. I'm bird watching. I'm hiking. I'm taking pictures. I'm filming content for you guys. Oh, I love that place. That's a single ficus tree behind me. It's about 20 feet across, 15 feet deep. Huge tree. Old. Hello, lookout. Hello, yes. I do have a treat for you. Would you like it? It's actually half a treat, but you may have it. There you go. Good girl. Good girl. We're geocaching. We get over to Honolulu, the National Wildlife Refuge overlook. Very popular. You'll see in the video, people are there all the time. Sun up, sundown, rain or shine. Beautiful. So gorgeous. They have a geocache at that location somewhere. This part of the game, no spoilers, find it. If you listen to last week's live stream, Lefty, and those who paid attention learned how to geocache. So you get within 10 meters via GPS coordinates. I use just my phone. It's just a phone. It's a free app. There's an upgrade. I do the upgrade. But the app will take you to within 10 meters of the geocache. Then that's ground zero. Then you look around till you find it. Pretty fun stuff. Kind of hidden most of the time. So it's a hidden treasure. You find it with GPS coordinates. Well, I found the one that I was looking for at Honolulu National Wildlife Refuge overlook. And I made up these in the game. You see the screenshot here. This is from the geocache game. They call them travel bugs. Travel bugs can be anything. In this case, it's a dog tag. It has a number on it that's been registered with the game so that when someone finds it, they can register it, they can log it, and the game then will track the travel bug from cache to cache as it travels because geocachers are picking it up. So I made the Bird Garden YouTube channel Travel Bug, promising great content for geocachers. And here we are talking about geocaching in Hawaii again. So I made this travel bug before I left. All right, I ordered it. That's $6, less than $10 for it. Becomes a game piece. All right, it's a game piece in the game of geocaching that's global. Oh, so much fun. Low entry level as far as I'm concerned because I like watching this travel bug travel because the game tracks it. They have a map button. You click on the map and you can see where it's been, little numbers for every stop all over the world. So anyway, I dropped this travel bug in Hawaii, Honolulu to be exact, on Kauai. And I've been tracking its progress. So a few days after I dropped it, another geocacher picked it up. So the game told me that it was in the possession of this player with this player's username. Okay, cool. So then I got another notification. The next notification was that player had dropped it into another geocache. So they retrieved it from the cache that I dropped it in. Then they took it to another cache and dropped it. Well. Over the weekend, I found out that that player had dropped the one you're looking at, that Honolulu National Wildlife Refuge, and you can go to the game and find it. You can look at the inventory of travel bugs on that particular geocache, and you can look at past trackables, and you can go to the trackable page and find out where it's at. It's so cool. This game is awesome. You know all that for free, and you'll learn a lot about the game while you're doing it. But this Bird Garden YouTube channel, encouraging people to tune in to the Bird Garden YouTube channel and subscribe if you see the white arrow there in the red frame. And if you haven't, by the way, why not? Go ahead and do that. We talk about geocaching and fun stuff, art. Got an art auction going on right now. We got an art piece over here for $22, amphibious. It helps me pay the bills, you know. What I deposit that money in my account, and I have auto subscriptions for Canva, where I make my thumbnails, and Epidemic Sound, where I get the music. And if I don't sell any art, no money goes in there. Money just keeps going out. So then the channel, I don't know. I guess it dries up and goes away if we don't cover the bills. So thank you very much for your support. I appreciate it. So I dropped this. Tracked it. The player had brought it from Hawaii to North Carolina and dropped it in Asheville, North Carolina. So the game tracks the mileage. So I I carried it from Tennessee to Hawaii, and that was, whatever it was, 4,000 miles, 39,000 miles, 3,900 miles, whatever it is. So the player brought it back, and I noticed that it had traveled back almost exactly the number of miles it traveled over. There was 1 mile difference in the trip over and the trip back where he dropped it. 1 mile. So Asheville's about an hour and a half from here, foothills of the Smoky Mountains. You go right over there in the Blue Ridge Mountains. Beautiful drive, Western North Carolina. Love it. Asheville's a cool place, hip. I went over there and I got my geocache. I got the travel bug back. I got it right here to show you. Look at that. Look at that thing. I went over to Asheville, picked that bad boy back up after it had traveled 6,000 miles. It's almost like it came back to me. Well, don't you want that back in the game so people can know about the Bird Garden YouTube channel? Sure, I do. That's why Lefty had a cousin lived in Asheville. He knows. That's why I made 4 of them. I made 4 of those, and 3 of them, I dropped them at 4 different geocaches in Hawaii. 3 of them are still out there. 2 of them are in Europe. One in Latvia, one in France. The other one is I don't know. It was picked up, so it's in the hands of another cacher. I don't know where it is. Hasn't been dropped yet. At one of those places where I dropped one of the 4, I picked up someone else's travel bug. So I picked it up, brought it back the 3,900 miles, whatever it was. And then when I went to Asheville to pick up the Bird Garden YouTube channel travel bug, and okay, I'm covering some numbers and letters there so you can't see that, but where my finger is are also numbers and letters, and that's the unique code. Oh, my camera really hates me. You see what I'm saying? There's a unique code there. They're on every travel bug somehow, and they're not all travel dog tags. There's something else. So the one I picked up in Hawaii, I took to Asheville and dropped. Which is cool. That geocache was actually called a travel bug hotel. Typically, if they're labeled a travel bug hotel, they're a little larger. So they hold 3-dimensional objects, not just a logbook, not just a hidden piece of paper. So it was a travel bug hotel. I had a little travel bug that I picked up in Hawaii, took it over there, dropped it, retrieved my travel bug. I keep several travel bugs in my inventory. They're game pieces, but there's some really special or collectible things that I bought as game pieces for myself to keep. I'm not going to release into the world. But then when I go to a geocache, I can visit those. So I use their codes and visit them. So it's as if they've been to the geocache, and they also accumulate a map and mileage and so forth, even though they probably won't ever leave my personal collection. The game is cool that way. I meet people. They're always great places. Typically, there's good food in the area. And what's it with the geocachers eating good food? I don't know, but it's pretty cool. So I get the word out there about the Bird Garden YouTube channel. Leave me a comment if you think I ought to make a Kauai birding trail travel bug. You think the game needs a Kauai birding trail travel bug? Leave me a comment. And this all started. Oh wow! So we got some old timers in here. Yeah, we got Lefty still here. So we started out as the River Life channel. Anybody remember the River Life channel? So I made River Life travel bug. Same way. First, the maiden voyage. I'm going to try this and see how it works. I took 4 of these to Alaska, and I released 4, and they all got picked up, and they're all out there circulating. The River Life dog tags. That was so cool. So when we got ready to go to Hawaii, we made Bird Garden YouTube channel dog tags. And man, those caches are active over there. I don't think any of them lasted a week. and they were picked up. Like I said, 2 have already gone to Europe with tens of thousands of miles logged. So let me give you some data here, some stats. Bird watching is the fastest growing outdoor activity in the United States. Now, I'm finding that unfortunately, the bird watchers do all this bird watching uh, outdoors, not on their computer. So they're not super active on the old YouTubes. And that's okay. It's difficult to build a bird watching channel when the bird watchers are out watching birds instead of YouTube, but it's cool. I get it. I get it. So the geocaching, bird watching, fastest growing outdoor activity in the United States. Geocaching is the fastest growing outdoor activity in the world. Super popular in Europe. Number one outdoor activity in the world is geocaching. So when I make a bird watching geocache travel bug, I'm collaborating. And that's what we do here. I'm a consummate collaborator. Let me find a mutual benefit for you and I to collaborate on, whether it's art, birds, food, fish, travel, uh, particular specific subject, specialty subject, or genre. Let's figure out a mutual benefit and collab. What I've done is solidly married geocaching and birding with a bird watching YouTube channel geocache. Now, I think this is my belief. When someone finds this geocache, you can go to the page and read about it, right? And it says birding and geocaching have so many things in common, including they can be enjoyed at the same time. Next time you sign a log, notice the birds nearby, get some extra joy. And the Bird Garden channel on YouTube shares how birding can be done by nearly anyone, nearly anywhere, nearly anytime. I'm spreading my message about bird watching while I'm playing the game that I like to play, geocaching. Great collaboration. I'm trying to get all my YouTube friends on board with doing that for their YouTube channel. A good friend of mine, we don't hang out, but we appreciate each other. Our YouTube efforts and geocaching efforts is Klesh. Check out the Klesh, Klesh YouTube channel. He's a geocacher, formerly made guitars, getting back into making guitars as a professional luthier. Has custom guitar picks. That's where I got the idea to do the Bird Garden guitar picks, was from Klesh. And he leaves those in geocaches and gives them to people he meets in real life. So that's cool. What do I have in common with a professional luthier? Geocaching. Why do I have geocaching in common with? Because I'm a bird watcher and I made bird watching and geocaching the same opportunity, same time. And before that, remember I was aquarium channel, River Life. Yep, same thing. So yeah, that's how we collaborate here. Both of these things I'm describing, bird watching and geocaching, it's for the outdoors people. You got to love the great outdoors. Some of the geocaches are hidden indoors, but unless it's in your house, you got to travel to get them. So you're probably going through the outdoors to get to the cache. So again, not necessarily by the computer watching YouTube videos, and it shows the larger bird watching channels. They don't compare to the aquarium channels. The larger geocaching channels, they don't compare to the aquarium channels. So what I think is that as an aquarium keeper, I'm in the house with my fish in the aquarium by the computer, and that it's very convenient to do YouTube and aquariums at the same time. That's what I think. I don't know. I don't know much about anything. I'm just a guy on the internet. So we got this auction going on. $22. Skippers is the high bid. If you want to outbid Skipper and own this piece of art, you want to be like Lefty 3213A and start a collection of art by Rat Cross. Well, here's a nice piece. Get you started on the cheap. And we're talking about don't look here. Okay. So geocache also says don't look here, but it's kind of a tease. Don't look here because you might find me. It's like hide and seek. So you learn a lot about the environment, habitat, uh, definitely botany, and unfortunately sometimes herpetology and invertebrates, because spiders and snakes they like, and well, even some of the bad plants, the poison ivy, the poison oak, they like to be where geocaches are. So caution, word of caution there, putting that out there. Don't do that uh, blindly or unsafely. Cache at your own risk. It is an outdoor activity. Uh, I'm a low key cacher. I did a video last week about meeting these two guys. I was bird watching at one of my favorite bird watching spots, and these guys were out there. You see the shirt on Derek on the right there. It says Behind the Cache. That's his YouTube channel. You want to learn more about geocaching, go to Behind the Cache. Let Derek teach you about geocaching. Well, these guys are both scuba divers, and they were out at one of my favorite bird watching sites, geocaching and scuba diving. Here is the thumbnail. So I was bird watching, they were scuba diving, and what we had in common was geocaching. So there is a geocache that's very extreme out there at my bird watching site, and it's 55 feet underwater. That's why scuba diving. Watch the video, it'll explain it all. It's very cool. So I was talking to them. I was identifying birds by ear. The osprey is in the thumbnail because it flew over while they were underwater, and they were surprised to know there were osprey in the area. The guy on the left there, Merlin, is from Michigan. Tim is a Michiganite. Merlin 1392, and then Derek, Baker Six Clan, he's from Memphis. So in the video, I reveal that in Tennessee, Memphis is a farther drive to Bristol, where this dam was, than Bristol is from Canada. Geography, man. Let's see. Man, that is all my slides. Can you believe it? We've covered all the material. So look here. Don't look there. Look where the geocache is, not where the birds are nesting. Many times, if you do either of these, you'll find the other, whether you want to or not. So once you get your head wrapped around it, you know what? I want to go out and have some fun today. I want to notice the birds, and I'm going to look for geocaches. You download the app. You download the app, and then it centers on you. Okay, you allow it to access your location on your phone, and you're the blue dot, and then all the little green caches show up around you. You click on one, then you click navigate, and now it's a line, straight line between you and the cache. And as you get closer or move further away, the line gets shorter or longer. So you get within 10 meters, that's ground zero. Turn your phone off. It's not taking you to the needle in the haystack. It's taking you to the haystack. So you get within 10 meters, turn it off. Then you use your geo senses, your spidey senses, and those grow as you play the game. You recognize there's some very common and repetitive types of hides. And it was more fun in the beginning when I didn't recognize it, when I didn't look at a geocache habitat, just like the birds, and recognize this is a good spot for one of these. I'd say there's 5, 6, maybe 7 main types. Other than that, it's real unique, like 55 feet underwater. So it's a lot of fun. You can do them both at the same time and at the same place, and both for free. You don't even need any knowledge. You don't need a cell phone to go bird watching. You do need some type of a GPS guidance device to play geocaching, but we all kind of have cell phones now. So if you've got an appliance or a device that you can download an app on, you're good to go on the geocaching. And I'd love to know about it if you do. If you've taken anything from these talk shows, for sure, let a creator know. You know what I'm saying? Drop a comment. Stop in and say hello. But I did want to let everyone know that we're revamping the former fish studio. It's becoming an art studio, and I would like to make myself available for other people's live streams. If you're receiving guests, give me a holla. So glad to see Pam in here. Punchy Paints. Punchy Paints is the best artist, talent wise, on YouTube. And she's just available to us. She's a friend to all of us. I've been on several of her live streams. I enjoy that so much. And I hope that I can go. I want to be a traveling salesman. I'm going to be making some new art, and I want to go. I want to go as a guest on other people's live streams and do an auction of my art on their live stream and work out some sort of a gallery deal where I give the host a portion of the proceeds. Only fair, right? So yeah, so then the live stream host becomes the gallery, and I'm the guest artist, and we auction off some of my art. Now, not everyone's live stream is suited for that. That would be so off brand that people would lose subscribers if they did that. In some situations, it's like, yeah, we love to create. We're drawing stuff all the time, and I remember collabing with people who did that, and there were several. It was so cool, and it became a neat subgroup when we would meet up at the fish conventions to see the fish artists. So just another, art, geocache, fish, birds, food, travel. I'm making a big snowball. I'm taking several of the things from the buffet of options that I like, and I'm making a big snowball. That's what's happening here. We're at the 57-minute mark. I'm afraid Skipper's not going to make it today, but he did bid the highest on the amphibious so far. I'm going to go ahead and count this one out so we can determine a winner before we have to get off the air here. I like to stay within the hour mark. It helps people before me and after me, kind of work that out schedule wise. So we'll be polite. Let's go ahead and say, if you want to get your bid in, do it now. Going once. And when I say sold, I'm sorry. If you bid after I say sold, I'll offer you another piece of art. But I can't acknowledge your bid until it shows up on my screen. I can't see your screen, only mine. So going twice. Now's the time to hit your bid. $ number 23 if you want to outbid Skipper. 22 is already taken. You have to bid higher in even dollar amounts, and then we'll settle up within 24 hours on PayPal. I'll send you my email address, and I'll cover the shipping and the PayPal fees. So now is the time. Yeah, Rack bringing communities together. That's right, Lefty. Always, right? Go back. Any channel, any Facebook group. That's what we want to do. We want to be community collaborators, bring the community together. All right. Hit the go button now if you want to bid 23 or more dollars on this. Otherwise, I'm getting ready to say sold, and that's going to be over. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Sold, and Skipper has another piece of rack art. I like this one. I like this one a lot. You got a bargain. That's a 5x7 canvas board, lightly varnished or sparnished, as I say. This one probably inspired oh, look, you brought a toy, a mobile, a kinetic art piece. I'm going to throw in the free easel, and that's going to go out to Skipper. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Skipper, for that purchase of art. That'll help us pay some bills this month. And we did talk about all these slides. Excellent. We did so good. We stayed kind of on track. Little interruption from Lookie. That's okay. We love Lookie. It's real around here. We're keeping it real. Keeping it real. We're just bird nerds. I think I'm going to call my flock of viewers here at the Bird Garden channel, since we have a 24/7 live bird feeding station. I think I'm going to start calling you guys the bird feeders, like a band name. That's a cool band name. You guys are the bird feeders. Hello, bird feeders. Thanks for being here today on the Bird Talk Show. We're going to wind this one down. We're 10 seconds away from the 1 hour mark, but time has flown. I've had a blast. We've talked about geocaching, scuba diving, bird watching, good food, good places, great people. We got a Northern Cardinal on the feeder dropping in to send us off. That's the mail. Striking bird, striking bird. That's why I used him on the Redbird ukulele that I designed, and the good folks over at the Magic Fluke Company turned my design into a ukulele. Oh, it's so good. Listen, we're going to do it again next week. We are. We're going to get together. We're going to do it. We'll get some guests lined up. If you know people looking for guests on their live stream, want to have an old artist on there and do some sort of an art collaboration, think about your boy here, would you? I appreciate that. Till the next time, why don't you get out there and see some birds?